Hi, YouTube. Hello. Hopefully, we are live. How are you all doing? This is an impromptu live. I think I told people about it hi, Eden Shift. Hello. I think I told people about it like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kathleen. Hello. It's good to see you guys hopping on. Ooh, Uriel. Nice. I don't see any of you showing up on how many people are watching, but I'm seeing like multiple comments. Yay, Brittany. Hello. Emmy. Oh, there we go. Now the subscriber count is there. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? I know, a fun surprise. Yeah, this is hi, Crystal. So good to see you here. I had an intuitive nudge last night while I was falling asleep. It's like, what if you got on and did an impromptu live stream tomorrow for your YouTube? And I was like, about what? This is a conversation in my head, right? About what? Moira, you're live. Hello. And then this morning I woke up and I knew, and the nudge was still there. And so yes, hi Lauren. Yes, just in time. So I figured I'd come on. I am a little thrown off because I'm on a new computer and it's mirroring, like everything's reversed, but we'll roll with it and I'll figure that out for next time. I literally have the chills, so I'm sure this is just what I need today. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, it's Peggy. Peggy, you're the ancient. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Marie Louise. Hello. I know, so fun. Okay, so I feel like those of you who are here, you're meant to find this, and you got to trust that. And as with everything, Vaselina, hello. As with everything that I do, everything that you hear from anyone, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? I love your timing because I just made a fun business announcement. Your nudges are, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad. I swear, you always summon me, Moira. Okay, so here's what I want to share with you all. So as I've been doing, hi Luana, I've been recording daily readings inside of my Wealth by membership for, I don't know, we've probably been doing them over a year now. I'm not even sure, but it's a feature in my Wealth by membership. And the idea, hi Mike, good to see you here. The idea is that on those in these daily readings, it's like a little mini tarot reading. It's like a card pull, and I do like a 2 to 5 minute reading approximately in my Wealth by membership, where we just talk about what we all need to hear that day collectively and individually to align with and call in more wealth into our lives. And it's just kind of the focus or focal point for the day around money. And as I've been doing these readings, as I recorded the ones for this week, and then I've just recorded yesterday the ones for next week, and I was tapping into those energies each day, I was just noticing kind of a collective energy and a collective theme that I wanted to just chat with you all here about. So as we talk about this, I'd love to hear in the chat what I'm picking up on, how it resonates with you, but also I hope that you take some value from this, that you take some tips or just some insights or some things to keep in mind over the next couple weeks with all of the collective energies moving around money right now, and around wealth. And just, I think that personally, I think everything's connected. So I think we'll see things like this play out in areas not just related to money and career and success, but that's what I really love to focus on. So that's the angle we will take with it. Oh, yes. So I'm so glad you're here, Mookie. Okay. So what I've been picking up on, I'd love to hear, since we're halfway, about halfway through this week, I would love to hear those of you who are here live with me, and those of you watching the replay, you're of course welcome to comment below as well. But I'd love to hear if this resonates with you, or where you've been seeing this come up in your life, especially as it pertains to money, finances, career, success. So the energy that I've been feeling a lot this week collectively has been the energy of like preparation. It's the preparation for something that's coming, preparation for something that we maybe don't even know what it is that's coming, but we're kind of being prepared for it, right? Like we're being prepared for something. Let me know if anyone's kind of felt like something's coming, something big. And I don't feel that it's something bad. I feel it is something big. And I feel that it ultimately is something big with a lot of good potential. Yes. Oh no. Yeah. It hit me hard the last week or so. Girl, I literally was told this by my guide last week. Yes, I feel that. feel like I've been setting a foundation, doing inner healing, nervous system regulation, and mindset rewiring. Definitely feel that. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad this is resonating with you all. Yes. Shift in consciousness. Because this is what I've been getting in a lot of the, like I said, those daily readings inside of the Wealth by membership. It was just like sometimes when I'm doing them, I usually resonate with you all. Yes. Shift in consciousness. Because this is what I've been getting in a lot of the, like I said, those daily readings inside of the Wealth by membership. It was just like sometimes when I'm doing them, I usually do them in like a batch of like I sit down and do like the next week or a week or two ahead. And as I'm tapping into them, sometimes they're just, day to day guidance. And sometimes they start to weave a whole story. And sometimes I'm like, whoa, something's going on collectively. And just as I've been recording last week and this week's, or like this week and next week's readings inside of the Wealth Vibe, I was like, something's up collectively, right? Something's up. Yeah. Yeah. The nervous system too. Shift in consciousness. I've felt more purging than preparation. I've felt a brewing of products and services in my creative energy for my business. Yeah. So this week, a lot of the guidance that I was seeing in those readings that were coming up in the Wealth Vibe was like today's reading was a lot of, like you're about to step into bountiful blessings, but just rest, like let the things happen behind the scenes, like resting, building up the energy. There's a lot of, releasing this week, releasing things that don't serve you, releasing old habits, old things that no longer support you and expanding to your next level, whether it's your next level of abundance, your next level of success, your next level of your manifestations. It's like the things that got you there aren't going to get you to the next level. It's releasing all the energies, the density, the heaviness, right? Like doing a lot of the inner child, a lot of the healing work, the nervous system regulation work. It's like it feels like we're being prepared individually and collectively for something big, some big shift. And yeah, I see like release everything that's going to serve me in the next chapter. Yeah. Yeah. Releasing everything that won't serve us. Purging yesterday, I got this nudge to start cleaning 100%. Yes. Yes. So many releases. Yes. So we've been feeling this. And so what was really, really fun to see was that next week as we move, so this week, just sharing what I've tapped into collectively. And again, you take this and you feel into which parts of this are true for you and how you want to run with this, right? Because we're all so unique and on different tracks and different journeys. But the big thing that I'm seeing is that this week is all about the preparation. It's about releasing the things, getting clear on what doesn't serve us, getting clear on what isn't going to help us, getting clear on where we need to move things. Oh, 111 for you. I mean, that's so awesome. Getting clear on where do I need to strengthen my belief in myself? Where do I need to strengthen my clarity, my vision, what I'm moving toward, my manifestations, my habits, my practices, right? Like really getting clear and getting strong and laying strong foundations and releasing anything that doesn't serve that, right? So that's the theme of this week when we're looking at the collective money energies that I've been tapping into. Next week, right? Next week, we have a little bit of this bleed into the beginning of the week, but then what I started to see was midweek, it's like because of all the preparation we've been doing, and I want to say this preparation that I sensed, and you can all let me know if this resonates as well in the chat, but this preparation that we've been doing this week, it's not just been this week. It's like the culmination of weeks or months of preparation in a lot of ways, right? And this is really, really kind of like I see it as like the ending chapter of the releasing of the foundation building, right? Is like this week bleeding into the beginning of next week. Yeah, this is awesome confirmation. I'm so glad. Yeah. I had a meeting scheduled at 1, but it was canceled at last minute. So I know I need to hear whatever great stuff comes forth on this live. I love that, Tammy, because this was very much not planned and the timing was very last minute. Yeah, I've had situations come up that I want nothing to do with feeling good and staying focused has been a challenge. Yeah. And it's meant to be a challenge right now. Like this is what I'm getting is it's meant to be a challenge right now. Whatever all this foundation building, all this purging, all this closing out of things this week is meant to be a challenge because it's meant to expand you. It's meant to prepare you, right? For the next chapter. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to feel bad. It doesn't have to be a struggle necessarily, but if it is, it also makes sense. Right. It also makes sense because it's like it's we're expanding, we're getting out of our comfort zone. We're bringing an old chapter, our current chapter to a close and we're getting ready. We're being asked to prepare ourselves for what's coming next, for what we've kind of built, what we've been building up to, what we've been creating for the last several months or years even. And so yeah, the last half of 2025. Yeah, that's totally what it feels like, the ending chapter. Yeah, it's like I see it almost as like the end of if you had like an act, like I'm getting right now, like I'm seeing like a screenplay or like like the script of a play is the image that my guides keep giving me right now as we're on this live stream. Is it's like if you had scene one, like part one This is the last scene of it. This is the last chapter, and then there's gonna be part 2, right? And it's not that there'll necessarily be a day where you're like, "That was the end of part 1, and this is the beginning of part 2," but it's, like, right around the end of July, beginning of August for most of us collectively, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's totally what it feels like, yep. That would explain the really quiet feeling like a void space, but more not stagnant, just quiet. Yeah, because that's the thing. I've had void spaces and we've had collective void spaces, right? We've had collective void spaces where it feels like there's not much happening or we're not inspired and we're just there and we're just sitting and we're kind of waiting around. And this doesn't feel like we're waiting. It feels like we're doing a lot of the internal work, we're doing a lot of the preparation, we're getting our ducks in a row. It's like we're busy right now. Like, have you guys felt do you feel like you're busy right now? Like, have you felt like I'm busy even if you're not doing a lot externally or even if you're doing a lot externally, but also you're shoring up a lot of things internally? Because that's how it's absolutely felt for me, and what I'm sensing with the collective, right? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. Yes. Yes. So, this is the thing is that that's a lot of this week, and this is the culmination, and then next week, where the reading started to lead me is still a lot of, like still a lot of this kind of, like, anchoring into your power, getting ready to leap, getting ready to pounce on things, getting ready to go after things, getting ready to take action, but then there starts to be the action. There starts to be the movement, and what I'm seeing next week, and this is what I really wanted to share with you all today here on this live stream in case it helps you, just something to keep in mind as you move through the next couple weeks here and especially next week. So that's the last week of July 2025, right? But what I was seeing was like it's not just that all of a sudden next week, bam, you start taking action and you're just doing everything and doing all the things at once and saying yes to everything. It's actually that from this very prepared, centered, grounded, solid place, you start to take select aligned actions. And that's the key, is that it's always the key, right? That they're aligned. But you start to take actions and they are so potent and they don't have to be on their face big life-changing things. But just like taking that one action that takes you just a step out of your comfort zone next week. Whether that's something in your business, like launching something or raising your rates, or whether it's applying for that job or asking for the raise at work, it's like, but doing that one thing that you normally wouldn't do, that one thing that tells you, like, if you do this, this takes us into unknown territory. But that's where all the good stuff is, right? That's where all the money you desire, that's where the money miracles, the money manifestations, that's where they are, is in the unknown. It's in the not predictable. And so next week, it's like it's almost like I feel like we've been being prepared and we're asked to prepare and we're doing all this preparation and purging all the things that would hold us back and weigh us down so that when the time comes, when the idea channels through, when the opportunity presents itself, when the idea occurs to us, we're ready to move. We're ready to actually take those aligned actions. And it's not finding the right action. I want to be clear about that. It's not taking the one right action. There's more than one path to all the abundance you desire. But next week, it's like you've been doing all this preparation so that you can move with the most power and efficient and effective and potent energy when you do move, when you do take those steps. But it's taking those aligned steps that it's like, I know this is the next right step, but it kind of scares the crap out of me a little bit. Like, I kind of feel like my guts are twisting or like I don't know what's going to happen on the other side of this. And it's taking me a step or 2 or 5 out of my comfort zone. But I'm willing to see what's here. I'm willing to see what lessons are here or what abundance is here or what opportunities are here. And so there are big things that are available for us. There are big opportunities, big honestly, a lot of it is what I see is like next week is a lot of planting seeds with the aligned actions you take. Those things will start to bloom in the coming weeks and months. They'll start to lead to big quantum leaps. But it starts with that single step. It starts with those steps that feel aligned that scare you a little bit, but take you out of your comfort zone. But not so much that, like, you're like, "This is just me getting out of my comfort zone just to get out of my comfort zone," because Taylor said to get out of my comfort zone. It's more like you'll have this inner knowing of, like you'll have this idea of, like, "I should do this thing," and then immediately your mind goes, "Don't do that. What if that fails? What if that doesn't work? What if blah, 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 blah." But it's like your inner voice is like, "But that's the step. Take that." So it's just kinda keeping a lookout for that next week. Yeah, I'm game for that, woohoo. Yeah, I'm nodding too hard, yeah. So this week, if you feel like you're just taking it a little slower, or you're not moving as much or implementing as much. The guidance that I'm receiving, if it resonates with you, is that's okay, because this week is about preparation. This week is about getting ready. It's about calling all your energy back to you. It's about replenishing yourself. It's about preparing. It's about releasing doing the inner work, setting intentions with the new moon that we have. What, I think it's tomorrow, right? So going inward for this week, it's okay. Give yourself the permission slip, because the next week will be ready, and you just keep an eye out for what's the aligned thing that's going to take me out of my comfort zone. What's the aligned thing? And you don't even have to, I'm getting that you're not even going to have to like try to figure out how to get out of your comfort zone. You will naturally, you'll have an idea, or someone will suggest something to you, or something will happen in your external reality, and it'll make you be like, that's the step. And it'll kind of be like a, oh crap moment. Like, I have to do this now, because you can tell it's going to stretch you, but it's going to stretch you toward the abundance you desire, toward whatever it is you're manifesting. So that's what's been coming up. Yeah. I've been doing a 365 videos challenge this year, not necessarily getting the results I would like, but today I feel so weird. Like, if I'm expecting something, ooh, yeah, there's stuff brewing. I love permission slips. Hi, cat. So I kind of feel pulled right now. I might do a card pull or two here while we're live to just see if there's any other guidance. But though that's just from tapping into those daily readings that go up in the wealth vibe. This is what I've been sensing for this week and next week. It's like preparation, and then move and let yourself get out of your comfort zone, right? And it's starting a new scene, a new chapter, a new part, right? I'm going to have to be the new me in old spaces next week. I just want to say there's something about that, right? There's something about that when it's one thing when you know you've up leveled or you've changed and you're in a new space and you can just be this new version of you, but there's a very different energy, and it's, I think, much more of an opportunity for expansion, but it can be very challenging, right? To be the new version of you in old spaces. It's a big thing, Emily. That's huge. And what a beautiful opportunity for that, right? Like, beautiful opportunity. Yeah, same. That, yeah. So I'd love to hear, how is this all resonating? I mean, I know a lot of you are saying this is resonating so much, but I'd love to know in the comments anything that's coming up. But I do feel like I'm going to get at least one card from my Wealthy Woman deck, and then we'll see if we want to pull any more, just to see if there's any other guidance for us around just how to harness these collective energies for ourselves around money or career over the next week or two through the end of July, let's say. This is the Rebirth card from my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. I feel personally attacked, but I expected it. I know, Moira. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is what I'm here to do. So I'm laughing with this card. Rebirth card. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Amanda. Welcome. Look, guys, I'm so thrown off by the mirroring. Like, my whole screen is flipped off to fix the settings on my laptop. I cannot even tell you how this hit. I am so glad, Allison. Good to see you here. I feel like changing everything, change of house, just like something big, but also feeling kind of lost. At the same time, I feel something big coming. Yeah. It's the end of one chapter, the beginning of a new. It's okay to feel a little unmoored at this time, right? It's okay to feel a little untethered. This is the time to find that center, to find that groundedness, to root down into what is solid, what is sturdy for you, so that then next week, in the coming months, you're ready to leap, you're ready to move, right? Spot on. Yes. I'm so glad you decided to come live with this day. I'm so glad. Me too. I love this. Rebirth. Okay, rebirth. And this is from my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. And I was laughing when I pulled this because, like, I mean, just quite literally, like, this energy is very much rebirth energy. It's like, let us get rid of everything that doesn't serve us so that we can start a new chapter. We kept saying on this call just now, starting a new chapter. This is a rebirth, right? And so let yourself be reborn. Let yourself become a new version of you. Be reborn as a new version of you. Don't hold. Don't cling to the old you, right? It's like you can, and I want to say this is something I don't feel like is spoken about quite a bit in the manifestation and the personal development and the money manifestation worlds. But when we talk a lot about identity shifting and becoming the version of you who can hold and manifest the wealth you desire, and becoming a wealthy person, and creating that identity and creating that sense of self. But also we talk a lot about letting your ego die, letting your old version die off. But really, really, like, you can have so much gratitude and so much reverence for who you've been and still let that version of you go. And I don't know why, like, there's emotion coming through as I say that. It could be mine, it could be I feel like that's more the collective. We I feel like often when we hear videos on becoming wealthy or manifesting your dream life, it's almost like a lot of the time the energy behind it or the energy we attach to it is like trying to run away from our old life and trying to get somewhere else. But what I feel has been happening so much more, at least in my world, at least in my audience, but I think collectively, is that more and more, so many of us have shifted into realities, into paradigms where we feel wealthy, we feel in love with life, we feel fulfilled. And so it's hard to then want more money or to it's not hard to want more money. It's hard to admit that we want more money and that we then need to continue to change to get there because what we have built within ourselves, within our lives, within our families, the success and businesses and careers we have built is already so good. But it's okay. It's okay to say what I have built and who I've become so far. I'm so proud of this version of me. I am so proud. I have so much respect for this version of me, for the habits, the beliefs that got me here. I have so much pride in what I've created. I love my life so much. I feel so wealthy. I have so much abundance. It's okay to feel that, but also to say, but I'm willing to let this iteration of me go. So something even more abundant, even more fulfilled, even more joyful, even more can come through. Right. So when you think about letting things go that don't serve you, it's not necessarily things that are terrible. It's not necessarily things that are bad. It's not necessarily things that are toxic. It can be absolutely let go of those things, release them. But sometimes I think where we struggle the most with our rebirth is saying, I love this part of me that got me here. I love this version of me I've become. But I also know it's time for something slightly different or something more. It's time for this part of me to be released. And that's hard when it's a part of us that we really like. But it's not that there's anything wrong with that part of us. It's just we've outgrown it. It's like the analogy I'm getting right now from my Aero Collective is it's like when you have your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of jeans or something as a kid, and then as you get bigger and you grow more, it no longer fits you. But it doesn't mean you didn't love it. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It just doesn't fit anymore. Just doesn't fit anymore. That's what I feel like we're all being asked to let go of this week with so much love, with so much respect for who we've become, for everything we've built, for everything we've created, and just letting that go, letting the parts of us go that we know, like, I've outgrown this part of myself. I've outgrown it. I think that's really beautiful. I hadn't intended on sharing. That wasn't something that was coming through. It wasn't in my field until this card, until this call. And I think that's incredibly powerful. So you get to have a rebirth, and a rebirth doesn't necessarily mean destroy your ego, get rid of every piece of you because there's something wrong. Because if there weren't, you'd already be at the money you desire. It just means keep building on top of what you've already done. Keep building, but let go of the things that you no longer need. It's like the scaffolding that allowed you to build to where you are now. Let go of it because you've already built this far. You don't need that anymore. Let go of the training wheels. You're grateful they were there when you were learning to ride the bike, but once you learn to ride, you don't need them anymore, and they're actually holding you back from riding faster, from maybe going on cool different trails. So that's what's coming up. Yeah. I'm reading your comments. I just logged on and hearing the first sentence I heard is spot on. I love that deep, deep feelings of being seen here. I also feel like letting go of so many things, like I want to get rid of stuff, kind of like creating space and feel like the rest of my rest my old version finally in peace. Yes. Yes, exactly that. I got a card reading during a soul healing a few weeks ago, and the card for the summer quarter was "Let It Go." Mhm. Acknowledge the bravery past you had that got you right where you are. Exactly. Okay, I think maybe one more card before we wrap up. I'd love to hear if there's anything else coming up for any of you, or if you already kind of know what you need to let go of, or anything else before we wrap up. Let's see what else we need to hear. We have 51 conjunct Amplify. Who you become right now, who you allow yourself to become, this new version of you that you're being prepared into right now is what will be amplified. Whoa, that card was flying. It's what will be amplified moving forward. It's what's going to be amplified. So get really clear, like, do you like who you are right now? What parts of you do you want to amplify even more to have amplified in the next few weeks? What parts of yourself do you want to bring forward? What habits? What beliefs? What relationships? What patterns around money? I know. I love this energy. I love this too, Sarah. What energy do you want amplified in the coming weeks and months and years? This week leading up to next week is the time to get clear on that and to start actually being that version of you, to releasing the things that won't serve you, so that what you actually want to have amplified in the coming weeks and months is at the forefront. It's ready to go, right? This resonates so much as I'm negotiating my salary and trying to figure out to also how to also embrace days with my kids. Yeah, figure out to also how to also embrace days with my kids. Yeah, Taylor, I've been having nightmares about packing clothes for a big trip that and everything I hate. The call to release the outmoded is so incredibly strong right now. Who knows who I'll become? And that's the thing. You also notice how I said decide which parts of yourself you like, the parts of yourself you want to amplify. I didn't say decide exactly who you want to become and then stick rigidly to that. You'll change so much in the unknown as you move into those actions we talked about a little bit ago that will take you out of your comfort zone. Those things will shape you in ways you can't predict because they're out of your comfort zone. They're in the unknown. So it's not about trying to figure out who exactly you're going to become. It's just what parts of yourself do you want to amplify? And especially when it comes to money. Yeah. Releasing the fear of standing out, amplifying the courage to stand out. Yeah. When it comes to money, it's like, what patterns do you have? Are you constantly worrying about money? And you're like, I don't want this to be amplified. And it's not to say, oh, stop ever worrying about money, but it's like, how can you find more peace? How can you create more of a sense of stability within yourself? How can you create more of a plan that allows you to, maybe it's creating a plan, right? A plan to be like, here's my contingency plan, here's worst case scenario plan, enacted if I hit X amount of money or lower in my bank account. But for now, if I'm not there, I don't stress about it, right? Like, what would help you, whether it's that or whether it's hunting for a new job or whether it's just doing some inner child healing or some nervous system regulation. But like, if that's something you don't want amplified in the future, how can you clean that up now? How can you prepare yourself now? Right? I think I'd like to amplify my natural confidence and my delightful sense of humor. You have the best sense of humor, Moira. I always look forward to your comments on my videos. They always crack me up. Yes, it's time to stand out and embrace everything it takes to do so. I know for me, something I've been doing just as a personal example for this over the last few weeks here is like, especially this week, has been like, what if I were to hit my next level of success, my next level of abundance right now? What habits would that be locking in for me? Meaning, like, if I had in my mind, like, because in my mind, I was like, okay, you need to be posting regularly. This was a couple weeks ago. I was like on YouTube. It was like, you got to be posting regularly on YouTube to grow on YouTube. And you have to be posting regularly, or else your audience will be upset, or you'll never see your stuff again once you do start posting because the algorithm or blah, 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 blah. So then it was like I was forcing myself to post when it probably would have served me best to not post for a couple weeks. So then I eventually gave myself permission to do that, and things were just fine, right? But if I had maybe a month or 2 months ago, had, like, something really take off in my business and hit new levels of income in my business, that maybe would have created a belief in me of like, well, if I wanna do that every month, I have to post X amount of times. Hi, Miraj, so happy you're here. So, I realized I was like, "Oh, this is time to release that story so that when the big success does come, it's amplifying and reflecting back to me and locking in, helping me lock in beliefs that actually serve me, that actually feel good. Like I can come on here and do a live stream when I just feel like it, like I'm doing right now, and still get to see you all, still get to connect with you, get to feel like I'm tapping into all of our energy, get to be of service, but also get to enjoy creating when I feel like creating so I can be totally in the divine flow of creation, which is what I love to do in my business. So it's like For me, it's like what habits if things were just to work out exactly how I wanted right now, what habits would I probably lock in from that? What beliefs would I lock in? Do I like those beliefs? Do I like how my life would look around that? If not, where do I get to tweak things? Where do I get to release things now and get the beliefs, the habits in place now so that then I'm ready to take the action that feels aligned, whatever that is that gets me out of my comfort zone next week and in the coming weeks. But also when the results do start to trickle in or come in all at once, it locks in the beliefs that I want to actually experience in my life around money, around business, around success. So just things to think about, things to contemplate. Yeah, this is what I've been contemplating for a lot of this month. Yeah, the have tos get me every time. I will tell you all, like I as someone and I know this because I've been doing this work for over 7 years now. This is in my business. I know. I know that the have tos are so strong. The conditioning is so loud in our minds, in our society around money or career, business, whatever it is. And every time I think I've shed all the have tos and all the obligation, I find a new level of it like a month or 2 later, and I'm like, "Oh, there's more." But it's exciting because that means there's even more freedom I get to experience in this life. But it's like it's an ongoing journey, right? Yeah, I love this. Okay. So, with that, I'm feeling like we are mostly complete here. Let me know if there's any last questions. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like it. If you're not subscribed, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. We'll see. I might feel more called to do more of these, to do more of these sorts of live streams. And I'm just going to be free of like flowing with like when I feel inspired, I'll just hop on and I'll try to give you guys notice if I can, right? But I trust that this will find whoever it's meant to find. And this is so fun. This has been so powerful. Thank you all for showing up, for being here. If you're not in the Wealth Vibe and you want to come and get those daily readings and tap into that energy every day, like it's every day, 365 days a year inside of the Wealth Vibe, that link is below, or you can go tayloreaton.com/wealth vibe or tayloreaton.com/the wealth vibe. I'll put the link in the description. And if you use code 777 to join before August 8th, before Lion Gates portal, you get your first month for $7, which is a steal of a price. So, yes, it's great to pull up YouTube while eating lunch and see your face. Oh, I'm so glad, Jessica. You are also welcome. Yeah, more of these. Love this so much. I'm so glad. So happy you did this, and it'd be absolutely amazing to see you more of this. It feels a lot like the Facebook days, because those of you, Davina's been around since my Facebook days in my audience. But when I was first building my business, I built it. The first platform I grew on was on Facebook, and I would do lives whenever I felt like it. And I think I did lives at least once a week. But whenever I felt like it, I would just hop on and do a live stream and just riff on things. And it was so fun, and I felt so connected to my audience and so connected to those of you who were there. And I think I miss a lot of that. I feel like I have a lot of connection inside the Wealth Vibe, but there's hundreds of you in there, and I feel so connected to those of you who are in there. But it's like I sometimes miss just the ability to just hop on live. So when I feel that pull, I will start to honor it. I missed your lives. I know. It's so fun. All right. Thank you all so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. I'm sending you so much love, so much abundance as we head through these next couple weeks of just massive growth. Oh my gosh. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.